Thanks, Megan. I'm Michelle Zell, your go-to expert for LabVantage implementations here at CSols. With over 15 years of lab informatics experience and a focus on LabVantage LIMS for the past 5 years, I've had the pleasure of guiding dozens of large-scale implementations projects to success. As the Director of Life Sciences R&D, which does include our LabVantage practice, I have a passion for ensuring that our LabVantage clients come away with a seamless and rewarding experience that users are excited to adopt. I'm excited to be here today to share some insights and strategies to help you navigate your own LabVantage journey with confidence. So let's go ahead and jump in. So we talked a little bit, or Megan talked a little bit about the CSols difference. So I'm going to focus on some areas. She talked about the industries we work in, the services we offer. I'm going to talk about a little bit about how that helps our clients specifically. CSols consultants in the LabVantage practice act as an advocate for your lab. Our priority is delivering systems that works the way your people, processes, and data need it to. So we're on your team. Our consultants are scientists first, who also have proven IT expertise. Our focus is to bridge that gap between science and technology. We work in collaboration with your labs to develop a shared understanding of your business workflows before we do anything else in the project. So that's a little bit about how our services might be able to help. This is our agenda, what we're going to cover. In today's webinar, we're going to take a look at the world of LabVantage LIMS implementations from beginning to end. From understanding what the stages of a typical LabVantage implementation are, to identifying and overcoming challenges that we see every day. We'll provide valuable insights into how to make your project a success. At the end of this course, you'll be ready to navigate LabVantage implementations with confidence. All right, I wanted to give you a little overview of LabVantage as a vendor. LabVantage is known for their excellent products. They put out a LIMS that is arguably ahead of the other big four at the moment in some areas. With several add-on modules and industry-specific pre-configured solutions like pharma, diagnostics, those types of things. Your labs can get a tool set made just for the way you work without having to do really heavy customization. So whether you're a small startup or a global enterprise, LabVantage LIMS has something that they can offer. With scalable and flexible deployment options such as SaaS, cloud hosting, on-prem, they have all of those offerings available. All right, next we're going to talk about the typical stages of a LabVantage implementation. Implementing LabVantage or any other large scale system is a trip for sure. And like any trip, it's essential to have a roadmap, know where you're going. The LabVantage journey consists of 7 key stages, which you can see here in the slide. And each of these stages plays a vital role in ensuring successful completion of your LIMS implementation. From gathering and documenting requirements to moving on to designing a solution that fits those requirements and also fits the needs of your laboratory. I'd like to tell you just a little bit, pause and talk to you just a little bit about a real world project that we recently completed. And I'm telling this story because it's very typical of things we see out in the real world. So this was a medium-sized company with extraordinary growth in the biopharma sector. And they began their implementation without a third-party implementation partner. And CSols ended up joining that project about a year and a half after they got going. Some immediate observations we made at that point were that the scope was out of control and there was no real process to wrangle it back in. Also, the system had already been heavily customized, even just that far in. Their master data model was already set, but they had just gotten to the point where they suspected it was wrong and that they might need to go back and redo a lot of the master data setup that they had already completed. This was supposed to be a $2 million implementation that took roughly 2 years. So it was a large project with lots of groups. It was global, and we're rolling it out to multiple locations. So I'll talk a little bit as we go about that project and let you know how it turned out. So the next slide. One of the biggest things we see when we discuss